What a silly day it is. Yep. A very silly day it is. It's a special day. It's my birthday. Yay! Okay, cool. So, yeah, I was actually playing quite a bit of Rust earlier. My chat subscribed enough on Twitch, so I had to dress up like a stupid giant chick thing. I don't know. So I might sneak in some highlights of what happened there in the video. Yeah. Anyway, Easter week 1 for 2026. Now, by all means, if you just want to get a good look at all these brand new skins, just scroll down, look in the description. You'll see chapters are all listed. And of course, if you want to get a good look at all the skins, look for the showcase chapters. Skip ahead. I provide that to you if you so wish. So yes, the first week. We're also expecting another one next week as well. So if you've looked at like the brand new items and you're like, dang, I don't have enough funds right now to be able to buy them, you can wait another week. But the skins will rotate out. Listen, I know some of you might sit there and say, I don't really care for it. That's fine. You don't have to be forced to do anything. But we did still see some pretty interesting designs, some pretty interesting variety. But if you're going to ask me, Hedge, what's potentially the best investment for this week? It's nice looking skins, as I said. Yeah, well, I'll talk about that in a sec. Don't you worry. So the talking portion might be a bit quick today. We'll see how that goes. But overall, you know, it was a decent spread. You've actually got some clothing and armor, and of course, like primitives ones. You've got tier 3. Well, you know what? The tier 2 is pretty interesting because you might be able to consider that being some green camouflage. I already kind of showcased that. Guess we'll be showcasing it again. So don't you worry. We'll be doing a nice showcase of that. And if you're interested in that, just look at the description. There'll be a chapter for that. So, okay, cool. Is that the sixth SKS to be accepted in a row? Yes. Oh boy. Okay, so that's starting to turn into a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, cool. But, you know, another barbecue. Another very transparent small box. That appears to be the exact same size as the work crate, but it does glow in the dark. Okay, cool. They picked the garage door with the, you know, the big enough. I'm not going to scream. It's really early in the morning. I've been up for a while. Sorry about that. But you know what I'm saying. If you've seen the short video, you know. So, all right, cool. Fairly decent amount of skins. A fairly interesting batch of choices. But first of all, let's actually go ahead and find out of all these skins, which ones are and are not abnormal. Speaking of, I should point out, I'm very, very sorry. This video was perfectly fine to be posted. I forgot to post it on time. Whoops. So I just forgot to make it public. I sincerely apologize if people were hoping to see this at like a normal time. I screwed up. I was preparing for my birthday stream. Sorry. So, cool. Back over to here. I can confirm to you 4 skins are not abnormal. So we'll just quickly get a good look at them. Egg Destroyer Jackhammer. This is not abnormal. Hot Cross Buns Rock. This is not abnormal. We have the Carrot SKS. Surprisingly, that's not abnormal. And, of course, we also happen to have the Easter Reef Wrap. This is also not abnormal. So that means everything else, including the brand new wallpapers, including the brand new bunny costume, and, of course, the Amethyst Rustigé egg, they're all abnormal. So we do have quite a lot to chase after. But I should also point out, as of this point right now, me recording this, it's been 9 hours since the Rust rotated. So when you look at the sales in a second, you might be quite surprised. Again, let me just get this point across. People don't really seem to care about Easter skins. Now, if there might be some interesting pay-to-win features, okay, maybe they'll be appreciated a little bit more. So, of course, we'll discuss that. Now, if you were to go to micro522.com, if you were to look at the accepted section, which, of course, I'll quickly showcase to you, you just go over to here, accepted skins. I click that. What do I see? Wow. Can confirm to you there's actually some pretty decent upvote to downvote ratio for some of these skins. But then you see some of the other ones. I will reiterate this. Your votes don't matter. Sorry, it's up to Face Punch. That's just literally the answer. So, okay, cool. Understood. It's still quite a lot of skins. And, of course, we also got the brand new items as well. So, all right, well, fair enough. So now we look at the skins. Well, that is quite a lot. So, of course, they did bring back the chicken costume. They also happened to bring back the horse costume, the Easter egg hat, and they've even got like brand new special fonts for them and all that, so that's cool. Why not the bunny hat? Maybe they'll do that next year. All right, cool. But yeah, it's been about 9 hours since the Rust rotated, and it's fine. To be honest with you, it's still a lot better compared to what we saw the second week last year. And let me warn you, the second week this year might not even be that much. We'll see what gets accepted, you know? We'll see what gets... So many people are begging for that bunny hoodie and pants. Oh, are you hoping for it, chat? Are you hoping for that bunny hoodie and pants? If you know, you know. Right, cool. So, let's just get this point across straight away. Holiday skins. Uh-oh, yes. We have some interesting designs. We have some interesting acceptances. But you're not going to see a sequel for them until next year. If they were to be accepted as well. Oh dear. There's also the case of, well, will the skin creator even consider making a sequel for them? Oh dear. So, you might notice we've got some pretty interesting choices for clothing and armor. That's nice. But we're probably not going to see a proper boost for them until we see extras and whatnot. You get the idea. Also, look at that. I haven't made too much of a fuss about this, but that's the first ever salvaged axe. Skin. But let me also reiterate, we have two issues here. Number one, brand new Skinnables issue. The first few skins we see for the salvaged axe very likely will sell a lot. But as time goes on, oh dear, as time goes on, you know, it won't be so special anymore. And the prices for the original ones that originally came out, which sold a lot, will start to go down pretty badly. But there's a second point to this. We're expecting a whole lot more of these to be accepted throughout this month, so next week, and then regular non-holiday skins as well. But there's a special focus for the salvaged axe this month. Skin creators were told not to pair it up with ice picks. And I believe potentially starting next month, you're going to start seeing like salvaged axes and salvaged ice picks being paired together as skin sets. That's going to sound pretty cool. But you know what's going to sound not pretty cool? The fact that we have this carrot chopper salvaged axe without an ice pick. Oh no. So I roll with the expectation that people are probably going to want to have both of them. I guess it doesn't matter too much, but you get the idea. So groupings will be happening, but not just yet. Now, with all due respect to Mr. Vase, that's a very cool design, a very interesting approach, and we'll be showcasing it in a bit, but the little bunnies on the side with the sword, that's cool, that's clever, that's a nice, interesting creative usage of transparency, so props to him, but there will be more. And you're not going to see a sequel for that until next year, if it were to be accepted, although knowing his quality of work, it wouldn't surprise me. So, alright, cool, something to look forward to. Okay, cool, I mean... We can try and be a bit positive, but the reality is, once we go through bad times again, it's expected all these will go down in price. Now, again, just to reiterate, if there's pay-to-win features, if people do look at this tier 2 armor and actually assume to be like nice green camouflage, okay, separately that would be appreciated. But have you seen prices recently? It's not looking good. In fact, let's just look at like a month ago. Let's go to March 4th swipe. How's this Rustigé look? Oh, well. Well, okay, so that SKS is down a price. Surprisingly, these two pieces from Naval Cam aren't doing very well. Xenotype's down, Sea Survival Bag's down, Nuke Vibe's down, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, yeah, most skins in general are still down pretty badly at the moment. Have you looked around for nice potential investments? Have you looked at the Christmas skins? Come on now, you should know. Anyway, so cool. Yeah. Quite a lot of the skins have been dropping off. It's unfortunate, but, well, say hello to the Easter dip. And I'm sure you're fully well aware I've made a video talking about that. Go look for it. It's not too hard to find. In fact, I'll quickly go ahead and show it to you. So if I go over to my YouTube, ta-da, I'll go to my videos. I'll scroll down. It's literally just right over to here. Where is it? There. Anyway, you get the whole point. It's right there. It's right there. So, boom. Lovely. Right. Now, I should also point out, I do have a bit of a follow-up to that because I did basically talk about it again in reference to my special account, which is isolated. Started off with $100 and it's working itself all the way up to potentially buying a big grin. But something bad happened. And I fully explain everything that went wrong in this video. So feel free to go ahead and watch this video if you so wish. Cool. Can we now start looking at all the skins? Cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and start yapping about that. So just to repeat, I'm refreshing. This does appear to be fully up to date. Yep. Okay, cool. So the sales aren't insane, but the interest isn't really there as well. So don't assume something here is going to magically skyrocket. Although, I should point this out, you never know, something could always get manipulated. And that has happened before. In fact, you remember, some of you might have noticed this. The wooden double door from Christmas, just this past Christmas. So I'm talking about, was it the first week? It probably was the first week. Second week, yeah. That gingerbread wooden double door instantly got pumped. It's not looking very good at the moment, but when you look at sales history, you'd be quite surprised to see, oh, what happened there? It was minute plated. Didn't sell that much. It's a holiday skin, so, oh. So keep an eye out. Something like that might happen again. You never know. You never know. All right, so cool. Shall we actually go through these skins now and try and see if there's any potential positivity? If anything, I might just be quite negative. But please, just take these words into your brain. Listen, all right? If you like something, you don't have to treat every single thing as an investment. You can simply buy it because you like it. So treat yourself. If you like what you see, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators, keep them nice and motivated, keep them to put out nice creative designs in the future, all right? Okay, so yeah, you could just buy it, support skin creator, everyone's happy. But if you are like considering buying 100 of them, all right, that's different. Let's wait till Wednesday. Abnormal barders first. You get the idea. Cool. So, all right then. Let's go through all these skins, and of course, let's consider what might happen next. Easter Madness Garage Door. So, okay, just watch the short video. You'll see, you know what it is. But that's another garage door. What's wrong, Hedge? How many garage doors have we had so far this year? Uh-oh, here he goes. Yep, it's the same rant, but, you know, you've got to keep it in your head. So far this year, we have seen 14 garage doors in total. How many weeks have we had so far this year? I think we're up to like 13 now. 13? 12 or 13? Comment below if you know the answer. Anyway, the point still remains is that we've had quite a lot of garage doors so far this year, and it's starting to become quite the problem. I think we're going to probably see even more for the rest of this year. Case in point, if we keep seeing more and more and more and more and more and more and more, and I keep on going, garage doors, they're not so special anymore, and it's a struggle for them to maintain their interest and their price. And by all means, this is a pretty wacky, silly looking design. Props to the skin creator. But I don't think people are always going to care about Easter themes. And it wouldn't surprise me if it does drop off. Because, of course, by default, when you see holiday themed skins, the second it's out of season, well, there you go. We've talked about that in regards to Christmas. We've talked about that in regards to Halloween. And you might sit there and say, well, okay then, surely in the lead up to the next Easter, wouldn't these prices go up? Ha ha ha. Well, all I've got to do is just go ahead and show you last year's Easter and, you know, years before that if we get to that point. So just take a quick look at this. So here is April 10th, and oh wow, the majority of those skins aren't doing very well. Yeah, that's like a perfect, nice little example and showcase. Like, some of them are quite all right, but, you know, the majority, oh, yes, there's some positivity, but a lot of negativity. And then, of course, we go to 2024, all the way over down to here. And what do we see in this particular instance? Yeah, oh, well, you're doing all right. You're Easter Jackhammer. People love you. And, oh, we got the Easter chocolatey, Easter hoodie and pants. But, yeah, the majority, it's down. And then, of course, week 2, well, oh, yeah, that was a surprise one where we only got like 2 Easter skins and then the rest of it was like a normal rust door. And yet still, look at it. Oh. So, point made? Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that much faith in Easter skins. There's your quick example. So, cool, understood. It's a silly looking garage door, but there will be plenty more options that will appear, and it wouldn't surprise me if that gets lost in a shuffle. Need I remind you, Twitch drops, kick drops, it's inevitable, and those skins will be given away for absolutely free. So, yeah, I can't really rate and support like garage doors and sit here and say, oh, that's going to be working out wonderfully. It needed an anime girl in it. Really? Yeah. Anyway, so props to Rustigé. That was a very wacky, silly design. No, it wasn't made with AI. He is a wacky artist. Keep an eye on their works. You'll start to notice. Carrot Chopper Salvaged X. So I kind of already spilled it out earlier, but I'll say it again. I'm sure many of you are fully well aware of the brand new Skinnables issue. So we've had it happen all over again with the beds. So Skinnables. Here we go. I'll have to link this in the description. When I saw the bed skins first appear, I was like, yeah, I can instantly know what's going to happen. In the brand new wave of items getting their first ever skins accepted, I looked at them and I knew what was going to happen. I sat here and said, guys, the first few beds that come out, a lot of people are going to be super thrilled, super like into it. They're going to buy tons of these. But as time goes on, as more and more beds are accepted, suddenly the first few that come out, they're not so special. What happened with beds? How many beds did we see? Actually, you know what? It's quite surprising we didn't see any beds accepted today. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get across is take a quick look at the beds. It's like a very good example. We saw a lot of skins being accepted. But of course, we also saw Twitch drops, kick drops, you know it. And can we? Yep, thank you. How are those first? Oh, my. 33,000, 45,000, down 67, down 74, down 54, down 56, down 50. Point made. Yeah. I'm very sorry to say. With no salvaged ice pick with it as well, it might have a bit of a problem. Maybe initially it'll hold up. It's a nice looking skin, and of course we'll be showcasing that to you in a bit. I still expect it to drop off. I'm very sorry to say. So, yeah, I don't have much faith. But by all means, if you want one, if you just want one for yourself, just go buy it. Treat yourself. All right? Cool. But I wouldn't be surprised as time goes on, it will start to go down in price as more and more options appear. So, all right, cool. Just pointing it out. I'm going to make it nice and quick for you. Easter Bunny Sheep Minador. I think that looks cool. I think it looks really nice. Did you get a good look at it in my short video? Cool, but it's very Easter themed. Oh. Yeah, but it's just a bunny. You know what? With all due respect, true. It being a bunny doesn't necessarily mean it has to. It has to be in theme with Easter. It's just a cool looking mosaic design. Okay. Well, first of all, let's give props to Milho 3 Turn Secutis Familias. That's a very cool, nice looking design. I hope it works out because I like it. But Sheep Minadors. We'll take one quick look. How many have we had so far this year? Well, quite a few. Do you notice the formula here? No anime girl. No anime girl. Uh-oh. It's not the formula, I'm joking. But anyway, we see a lot of Sheep Minadors being accepted. Last year, in total, we saw 27 Sheep Minadors being accepted, and only a few of them are actually in the positive right now. That technically was the first ever non-holiday anime skin to have a Sheep Minador, and well, lo and behold, it's still holding up quite nicely. This right here, well, I'm sure we've seen some Easter-themed doors in the past. It's just, I don't think we can easily find them right now. We've had garage doors, we've had wooden doors. I actually can't find an Easter Sheep Minador. Anyway, I'll move on from here. I'm not really sure what to rate it, but I do expect a lot more Sheep Minadors to be introduced this year. And following that, I am a little bit tentative. I am being a little bit more cautious. After another, let's say 16 hours. Yep, 16, I think. 15. Anyway, moving on. I think that'll probably end up selling quite a lot. And I do worry for it. Okay? As I said, like, pretty quickly earlier, Easter skins aren't in demand. Christmas skins, in the lead up to Christmas, people care about Christmas. In the lead up to Easter, I don't see it happen. So, you can try and dispute that, but I don't see it. And I've stared at these skins for a long time. Not these ones, but like many skins in the past. So, yeah, by all means, if you're going to chase after it, you're more than welcome to do so. But I think I'll just stick with a Barda. Same will be said with this Royal Egg Furnace. It's a perfectly fine looking design. It actually came in 2 different versions. So, let me showcase to you that we had blue as well. But red has won. I don't expect blue to be accepted next week. No. Anyway, so that's a perfectly fine, very nice, regal, shiny gemstone approach. But let me also point out, $3. Take a look at furnaces in general. Oh boy, okay, well, there you go. Now, this is a very nice, shiny, regal design, as I said. Very, very nice and royal. But I don't think it's going to hold up as so nicely. Like, you know, we had Storm Cloud Furnace recently. That looks cool. Had transparency in the bottom. A very interesting theme overall. 35,000 subscribers. Still holding up quite nicely. You know what? Props to you. That's nice to see. I'm still not really sure about this one. I don't want to say it looks generic. That would be mean to say. But I guess it's not so gimmicky. And then again, you know, that could easily go back down in price. With some many interesting transparent designs still go down in price as time went on. But again, that's also furnaces in general. I don't really see many of them actually go up in the positive anymore. There might be some instances where it's part of a well-established collection. There might be some instances where, you know, when the time is right, you know, naval update, oh, suddenly everybody wants pirate skin. So you get the idea. So looking at this, I don't really associate it with Easter as well. It probably has like an egg in it somewhere. All right, fine. We'll see what your sales look like. I'm just not fully convinced. You can dispute that if you want. But I definitely will just stick with a Wilder. And by all means, if you like it, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support that skin creator, keep them nice and motivated. You get the idea. Cool. So, all right, we'll leave it at that. I've got one little problem with the Jackhammer. First of all, surprise, surprise, we've actually seen 3 already this year. But guess what the focused item of the month is? It's the Jackhammer. Uh-oh. Next week, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another Jackhammer. I also wouldn't be too surprised if they skip next week, though. We have 5 Rustors this month, and for all of Easter, only 2 Jackhammers were submitted. I do believe I made a short video showcasing them. Did I? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, so yes, 2 Jackhammers, that was it. And well, I mean, let me go ahead and showcase to you. Potentially a spoiler for next week. If we got the Shino design this week, I guess we're potentially going to see the city design. So if I go to most recent, there we go. You might see Explosive next week. And then after that, regular submission. Maybe we could see something like, I don't know, Black Diamond Jackhammer? A Redemption Jackhammer? I'm expecting a lot more Jackhammers. Micro, are you considering making a Thunder Gold Jackhammer? We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, I just noticed I'm not actually streaming on Rust. Oh dear. Yeah, I got to type that in now, it's gone through. Anyway. So, I expect to see more Jackhammers. It's something that didn't really get that many skins accepted that much in the past. I worry for it. I worry for that one. It's the Easter themed one. But at the end of the day, if you like it, you can cherish it. You can appreciate it. But as an investment, especially with the recent ones going down in price, I thought that might work out quite all right. Consider watching my part 5 video for A Road to Big Grin, because you'll realise, oh boy, that turned out pretty bad, especially the timing. Cream Pie Jackhammer. Well, that had a very funny name, but it seems the name didn't carry it enough, so anyway. There's a lot more options on the horizon, and I am concerned. So, yeah, I think you're better off with a Wilder. Also, it's not abnormal. That's also a bit concerning. Easter Chicks box. Well then, $2.49, and it definitely reminds me of a certain small box that we saw last year. That being, of course, the work crate. So if you aren't fully well aware, you can hide this in certain spots. It's very easy to just kind of walk past and not even notice. A very, very, very interesting approach, which of course right now is currently selling at just over $3.50. So it's doing pretty good in the Steam market as well. But other than that, yeah, it's just got that little gimmick to it. However, today we do have this brand new Easter Chicks box. Again, it's got that small size, it's got the transparency, but this right here, it also glows in the dark. Now, I'm not sure if people are going to be super thrilled about that, and of course we'll showcase it in a bit. I'll try and hide it in some rocks as well so we can see how you can utilise it. But, not sure still. It's a very nice gimmicky approach, it's just, will people also want to use it the same way they use the work crate? Or do they appreciate the work crate because it doesn't glow in the dark? So, yeah, that'll be an interesting thing to look into. So, alright, cool. We'll see what becomes of that. Eggy AK-47, $3.49? What? Well, have you seen the same sight? Oh, wait, what's so special about that? Oh, it's got a type of aim sight you'd see on a Twitch drop and a kick drop. Okay, fair enough. But other than that, that's all it is. It's a yellow design. It's got, like, bright colours all over it and whatnot. Yeah, that's it. It's another AK. And by default, if it was just another AK, like, typical whatever one, it basically might end up suffering. Now, I should make a short video, like, reiterating the point that it's got, like, the same aim sight, exactly like what Mr. Waldoonaald said. Much like Olympus, as I said, much like the AK-47s you'll see as Twitch drops, it's pay to win. But we also have plenty of options for that now. So are we going to have a bit of a problem, like, well, you'll see with your own eyes. Are we going to have, like, a imprisoned demon situation? Or a gold chain situation, $3 down to $1.26? Ooh! Hellcore even went down in price, and that's got, like, a collection building up all around it. So I'm going to be curious about this. It is Easter themed, but it's also not selling too much either as well. Maybe that might be helping it out, we'll see. But I will confirm, and you'll see it in a bit, it does have a very useful aim sight. But other than that, it is a bit goofy. Carrot SKS, bad timing. How many SKSs have we seen recently? Oh, yes, a lot. But we're also not too surprised. The second SKSs became Skinnable, I was like, I bet we're going to see quite a lot of these this year. Well, you went wrong. Now, we did have a bit of a situation where, after a while, the sales did go down, kind of perked back up again with the tempered SKS. I think it's going to go back down again. I'm not sure if tons of people are going to be clamoring for a carrot design. Not to sound mean, Mr. Ted, but it is a sequel. I should remind you that in the past we did see the carrot launcher. Well, it's 2 for 2 now. We have a carrot SKS. Don't you want to shoot carrot at people? Sure. So, yeah, I mean, it looks goofy. Looks a bit silly. But, yeah. After 6 in a row, I don't think it'll sell too much, and I'm not sure if it's going to actually retain. And there will be more SKSs this year. We still have Halloween. We still have Christmas. We still have Twitch drops. We still have kick drops. As someone pointed out, just you wait. There'll be a blue gem Twitch drop or kick drop SKS at some point this year, won't there? So, yeah, we'll give it a good look. But with it not being abnormal and with it being another SKS, I'm a bit concerned. Well, hold on a second. What do we have right here? Easter bloomed here too. Now, it does have like a lot of orange on it. It does have like the flowers on it. But it is predominantly green. And I think quite a lot of people might actually be quite impressed if you just stand in a grassy area wearing this. It's not as bad as you might think. And interestingly, the skin creator behind it also happens to be Rovs. What's special about him? He made Fawned Love. And a lot of people did get behind Fawned Love. I was never really a fan of that. But I would sit here and say I think this is better compared to Fawned Love, which, by the way, is kind of in the positive at the moment. I will sit here and offer my recommendation, my commendations, that would say. I think that's better. We'll show that off in a bit. You'll see it with your own eyes. So, all right, cool. Is there any better words to say? Do you not trust my words? Because both of them sold at $2 a piece. Well, individual pieces. You get the idea. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that. But again, you're not going to see a sequel until next Easter. Oh. Hot cross buns rock. Yeah. Cool. I mean, I'm not hating. It's a perfect approach, a perfect design. If you live in the UK, hot cross buns are only made around this period of time. And then they're taken away from us. I miss them for half a year every year. But yeah, I mean, it's perfectly fine. I see nothing wrong with it. It's a more unique approach, because normally it's just bunnies and chicks and, like, I don't know, flowers and stuff. Oh, look, hot cross buns. I am hoping for the sandbags barricade. I need that hot cross bun sandbag. Please, come on, face punch. You know, it'll be a cool idea. Come on. Anyway, props to HSM. Let's see if it works out. But wouldn't it be all squishy? Anyway, I'm joking. We'll see what becomes of it. I'm just not really sure. It's not like these really changed the world either. And, well, you do have a few of these actually in the positive. Wow, Sloth Rock actually managed to climb itself out of its hole. Interesting. Cool. Well, we'll see what becomes of that. Maybe a lack of sales could help it out. Maybe I should wait until like the first 24 hours. By then, I'll probably be doing the predictions video. So, yeah, cool. It's not abnormal. That's a bit of a concern. As is the Easter Reef Wrap. To be honest with you, it's just a nice colourful approach. Priced at $1.49, and it's not abnormal. That's a bit of a surprise. Anyway, it'll make you bald. If you have hair, it'll make it like flat. It's a bit odd. Because technically speaking, that's a burlap head wrap. So, okay, well, fair enough. Not too bad, not too bad. So, cool. I've got no issue with it. It's just, yeah. I don't think people care that much. Let me just quickly go ahead and showcase to you all the recent burlap head wraps. We had the jelly wrap earlier this year. Tooth Monster last year. Fry head wrap. Ghost Guys. For a period of time, people were appreciating it as a nice, cheaper white option in comparison to a certain Arctic Protection one. Still went down the price. Commuter head wrap. Chainmail. What I'm trying to get across is we've had some pretty goofy, wacky, and even role player skins. Still went down the price. I don't really expect much with this. So we'll see what becomes of that. I'm not surprised to see it's the second lowest selling skin. And it wouldn't surprise me if it stays that way. So, alright, cool. But that means if you like it, support the skin creator. It's the same guy that gave you naval camo. Don't you want to support him? He's desperate for more skins to be accepted. I'm moving on. Egg Hunter Poncho. I've seen many, like, goofy ponchos over the past few years. I mean, we had Sausages Poncho not too long ago. We also have Firecracker. I think Firecracker has been manipulated. I don't understand why that would get bought out. It does a chroma. Okay, let me show you this. Steam Inventory Helper. I'm going to pop that on. Look and see. Well, okay. That's been building up quite a bit. It didn't sell that much. I don't understand it. You don't have your Twitch link on your YouTube profile. Look in every single description for every video that you watch on YouTube. But I should probably put that in my profile. I probably should do that. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, if you're watching right now, just look in the description. Oh, well, look at it there. Anyway, moving. I mean, that ended up working out right. I don't have a good enough answer for that. No, true. And just to get the point across, it only did 3,800 subscribers. At the current rate of sales, this does look like it'll just about surpass that. Sausage's poncho didn't work out, though. And then you go back to the past, you know, you got like the Lunar New Year poncho there, you got like the Christmas wreath poncho there. I feel like that's more likely to happen. A lack of sales, but maybe it doesn't go all the way down and dramatically crash and burn. Okay. Are we better off of a barter? Yeah, it's abnormal. Okay, cool. Yeah, but when bunny white pants and hoodie, oh, you. So wishful. You've got to learn to be hopeless. I said that to someone earlier on YouTube, right? Once you become hopeless, everything is just whelming. You're not too fussed anymore. It helps a lot. And then we had the Trojan Egg Basket Grill. I'm not too surprised to see this dropped off. There's a lack of interest. Should point out, props to Voodoo. That's their second ever instance of getting a skin accepted, I do believe. Maybe he contributed to another skin, I'm not sure. But yeah, we just had a ton of barbecues being accepted in the month that it was introduced. And now we've got a really goofy, silly one. But then again, it might end up being the lowest selling skin that we've seen of any barbecue for the foreseeable future. It is a bit odd for a barbecue. Like with the recent Easter ones, they were a bit odd. I wasn't really sure if they're actually going to get accepted, but hey, Voodoo, you did it. You did it just about right. And, well, next week we might see another one. Is that a fully transparent approach there, Ven? Oh, my. Well, that's a bit funny. So we'll see what happens next, but there are potentially more that could be accepted. You could get the carrot one. So, all right, cool. But, yeah, I'm just thinking, you know, people probably have already got one they already want. You get the idea. All right, fair enough. Now we have the items. Let's do the wallpapers first, because this would be pretty easy to go through. $3, $3, $3, wow. But, I can't give you like a solid answer, because we're still going through like the first rotation of holiday wallpapers. What does that mean? Well, I'll quickly explain. Last year for Halloween, it kicked off where we saw like 4 wallpapers being added, and then Christmas we saw like 3 wallpapers being added, and then of course blah blah blah. You get the point. We're now in Easter, and we just got 3 wallpapers being added. I want to showcase to you the Halloween wallpapers right now. Here are they in here? They should be. They should be. No, all right. We'll go to the next one then. So October 30. Are you here? Looks like they got removed. So I think it still shows them Rust Help. What's going on, Hedge? What's up? Basically, they have gone down in price, and they've gone down pretty sharply. So if I go over to here, then oh, there you go. Yep. So you got like Dia de los Muertos sold for $3. It's half its price, $1.58. Cobweb Wood sold for $3. Now it's $1.31, 32. They're all about half their price, basically. And if you actually go ahead and look at them, so if I go to the Steam Market, look at their sales history, you might notice they didn't really do that good. They've just been trending downwards. It seems people don't really need them or want them. However, we haven't done a full proper year yet. So the point I'm trying to get across is, what happens when we get closer and closer to Halloween time? Or rather, what happens when it's the Halloween Rush Store again and they get brought back? What happens if they list them at $3 again? I'm going to have a situation like with the pumpkins. What do you mean? Well, we'll go ahead and showcase to you. You know, carvable pumpkin. You know how that tends to go down in price pretty bad every single Christmas time? You know, something like that. So here you go. Take a look at this. You'll notice a pattern. So when it's Halloween, it gets brought back and the price goes up. When it's not Halloween, it goes back down again. But of course, it gets brought back again, doesn't it? Eventually. So it'll go all the way up. And it just drops off and drops off and drops off. And usually around like between Christmas to Easter, it reaches a real low point. And inevitably, it will return again for Halloween. But the rise in price for every Halloween has been slowly going down more and more. So basically last year, it only basically peaked up to just less than $2. But at one point, it was selling for around, let's see here, probably about 80 cents. So from 80 cents to $1.80. There's still profit. but it never really recovers and goes all the way back up to its rust or price. So the point I'm trying to get across is that might be what happens to wallpapers. They're cheap now, but maybe they'll bounce up by $1 when it's Halloween again for these Halloween wallpapers. And then, of course, with the Christmas one, potentially we'll see the same thing. So let's go ahead and show the Christmas ones because, surprise, surprise, they're also down in price as well. So boom, scroll down. Yeah, that's literally only $1. That's only a third of its value. $1.53 and $1.75. Oof. So, yeah, not looking very good. And I expect the exact same behaviour to happen to our Easter ones. So, yeah. With all due respect, the grass one does look quite nice on the floor. That's a good floor paper. I'm not feeling it with the Easter eggs. I feel like that'll drop off. I reckon that'll also go down to about $1. And with the wicker one, I thought the wicker one looked quite cool. I thought that one actually looked quite alright. Looks a bit odd in a way, but at least it's somewhat interesting. But it wouldn't surprise me if that also goes down to at least half its value. So the answer is I expect all of these wallpapers to go down to at least half their price, and then potentially more. So now that you have that answer, what are you going to do? Oh, you just do a low barter. There you go. Bunny costume. Well then, this is going to be a bit funny. I mean, last year, we had the horse costume. And we thought the horse costume was just going to end up exactly like the chicken costume. Chicken costume retained its value for like the first year it existed, didn't really go down in price that much, did go up in price quite nicely during good times. We thought the exact same situation was going to happen to this. Guess what? That didn't happen. See, initially it went down in price pretty badly. We had high expectations, but they just weren't there. The demand wasn't there, and it actually dips pretty badly all the way into the very end of June. Now, during the summer, it does perk back up a fair bit. It actually went up to a pretty decent price of about $7 around October time, which is quite odd. But this past post-Christmas, whilst it did rise up quite nicely, it just so happened that it was the year of the horse for 2026. Oh, yeah. So when we got like the horse mask, suddenly everybody felt the need to go ahead and pair it up with the... Well, did you see my short video when I was dancing with it? But yeah, people noticed it was the year of the horse, and suddenly everybody wanted to have the horse costume. So yeah, there's a bit of a silly history of that. Point I'm trying to get across is it did drop off quite a fair bit initially. So the point is, it kind of wouldn't surprise me if that happens again with the bunny mask, bunny costume, bunny mask. We're not going to have the year of the rabbit anytime soon. I think that's not happening for another 10 years. Oh, okay, fair enough. So I would be a little bit tentative. I might only offer up to about $5 this time. Last year I offered up to $7 if I can recall, so I'm just learning from experience. Maybe I offer too little. I won't know. But unfortunately I can only find out. So yeah, if you're feeling a little bit more confident, I will tell you this. If you truly wanted to pick some up, if you offered like $7.50, it wouldn't surprise me if you do pick it up eventually. And you get it for cheaper. There you go. So yeah, I do believe it will go down in price. I'm just not sure how low. So, right, cool. And then we had the Rustigé egg. The Amethyst design priced at $7.99. Let me remind you of, well, previous years. So if I go to miscellaneous. Last year, scroll up. Do you remember last year we had the cerulean blue egg? Yeah, that went down in price. Sold for $8 as well, but that went down. So it's about $4.50 at the moment. It has been recovering recently, but look and see what happened when it first came out. This got as cheap as just about $2.30. Sold for $8, went all the way down to just barely over $2. And during post-Christmas, did it get much worse? Well, it was basically the same, to be honest with you. No, not post-Christmas. Autumn-fall seasonal dip just before post-Christmas. Post-Christmas, it rose up. It did quite all right. Went up to $4. Dipped again just after, but because it's almost Easter, and because we potentially were going to see a brand new egg again, lo and behold, it did happen, they tend to perk up quite a bit. Let me also showcase the white egg. The white egg sold for $6.49. And as you might notice, it's actually managed to get back up to its rust or price again. But what happened initially when it first came out? Yeah, you know exactly what happened. Yeah, it went down. Now, it perked up a bit, but there's an exploit. There's an exploit during the period of May 2023. So you might be able to find that video. Anyway, after that, after it was patched, went down again. During the autumn-fall seasonal dip, it went all the way down to just about a little bit less than $2. Just a little bit less. After that, post-Christmas, it does perk up. It's been all right for a while, but looks like today it did get bought out. It looks like it did just get bought out. Look at it. before this happened, it was just barely over $4. Today, well, kind of the same still, but looks it looks to be $7 now. So if you're going to buy this brand new egg, I warn you, it is expected that it will go down in price. It very likely could go all the way down to about $2. But after a while, it is expected, as time goes on, give it a good couple of years, it will probably pick itself back up and manage to get back up to its rust price. So what's the smart thing to do? Do a buy order. Yes! So yeah, that's probably the smartest way to go about it. Alright then, so that's all the items as well. Shall we now hop in, get a good look at all these skins, and you can tell me which one happens to be most favourite. Now, if you skipped ahead to just get a good look at all the skins, I repeat, Easter skins don't tend to be very in demand. They do tend to lose their value, and they don't usually recover. Only, like, Christmas skins really actually, gain interest again for the next Christmas. Easter skins don't normally gain interest for the next Easter. Now, what we happen to have over here is the first ever Easter theme barbecue. It's a wicker design with eggs all over it that then cooks meat. So that's a bit of an odd combination, isn't it? Yeah. So. Egg basket grill. Get a good look at that. There's also a bunny. It's a bit silly. But other than that, hey. It got in. Skin creator succeeded. I'm just also kind of not surprised it's the lowest selling skin. It is a bit of a hodgepodge of random ideas, but hey, it got in, so props to Skin Creator. He knows how to get a skin accepted. Ha ha. Right, let's just go over to here. I'm sure you're fully well aware by now. When this is closed at night time, it doesn't glow. It's quite reflective though, the light's on nearby. And I guess it doesn't really matter. This is emitting light with the fire there, so okay. Let's now give you a good look with the lights off. Total darkness, get a good look at that. Yeah, it clearly isn't glowing in the dark or anything. And no light right next to it to make it look shiny. So, yeah. So, what do you think? Feel free to offer your opinion. But, to be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me if this, like many, or rather most Easter skins, it goes down in price the second it's no longer Easter. And then it probably doesn't go back up again. Considering all the barbecue skins we've also seen recently, and very likely we'll see in the future as well. Yeah. You know we're going to see like a spooky barbecue. And a Christmas barbecue? Australian barbecue? You know what? That works. We need an Australian to do that though, and they know how to make it work. So, okay. Guess that's something to look forward to. So, right then. There you go. Now over to here. Priced at $3 a piece. That's a very nice, lovely approach with a furnace, yes. Look at all those gems. Oh, exquisite, yes. So, yeah, get a good look at that. I like the crown approach right there at the very top. Honestly, this could have just been a skin that was accepted in a normal rust store. I don't get what makes it an Easter themed skin. It doesn't matter what I think because it got accepted. There you go. Right, so the lights are nearby at night time. This is pretty reflective. Well, look at that. Alright, props to Skin Creator. That is looking nice. And then, of course, over here when it's turned on, looking pretty sweet. And in a second, we'll look at it in total darkness. I'm just trying to get a good idea of, like, how's it look. So, alright, cool. Total darkness. Boom. So we do have the light emanating from the furnace nearby, but it doesn't light up. It's not glowing in the dark when it's not turned on at night time. We understand. We know. So, alright, cool. Get a good look at it now. An interesting sort of light red. It's not like pink. It's got like a bit of orange to it as well. But it lights up quite a fair bit. All the way around. So, alright, cool. Do you reckon it's going to retain that $3 price? I'm not really that sure. But by all means, if you like it, you go appreciate it. I won't question it. Let's see if it probably gets an interesting sequel next year. A potential Easter Royal set. Ooh. Now, with this in particular, we'll cut away in a bit because I want to do a nice little comparison with the work crate. This is actually slightly smaller. And you probably won't, like, believe it until you see it. But yeah. This cute, silly little approach. Look at all the little chickies. Look at them. Yay. It's a very nice, cute little approach. And it also happens to glow in the dark. Now, we'll sit here and say work crate was being appreciated with the exploit. But then William also sat there, showcased it, and used it and said he liked it. So, you know, William effect. I'm not sure what he's going to say in regards to this. But it does look quite bright at night time. And I'm not sure if that's what you want to put in a rock. What do you mean by that, Hedge? Put in a rock? Well, you'll see in a second, don't you worry. But, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's cute. Can we get a large box next year with even more chickies? Or maybe, like, the actual, like, hens. That might be cool. That might be cool. So, alright, cool, cool, cool. Boom, boom. What do you think, though? I got to sit here and say, this door does look very, very pretty. So, once again, props to Milho Frita and Sagadi Similias. I'm just not sure if it's going to be a-okay. Again, I always have to question everything. That's a cool, unique approach. I don't think anybody else did mosaics for skins this year. Or at least for the submissions. Nighttime look. Lights on nearby, still looking nice and shiny. Nice and reflective, yes. Pan around. And I'm sure you can figure out, yes, this glows in the dark. Very, very nicely. Lights off, boom. Look how bright that is. Is that something you're looking for? Do you like rabbits? I know a certain Mr. Wabbit that'll like this. In fact, I bet he's bought it already. It's also blue. That chat. Has he done it? Has he already bought it? Anyway, yep, that's looking fine. But what do you think? I think you're probably going to like it. I just don't know if it's going to hold. That's the only issue I have. Sorry, I just slipped my fingers there. Ow. Please watch the video. It makes it. I just, like, from the point above and just goes down. You got the whistle. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. I can't be loud. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Wow, Hedge. Wow. Well, it's getting there. Anyway. It's fine for what it is. It is very gimmicky towards Easter, though. So, we'll see what becomes of that. Seems to be quite reflective on the metal portions to the side there. Not too bad. Not too bad. But, yeah. Do you honestly think that's the only wacky garage door we're going to see this year? Come on now. You know there'll be wackier. And who knows what we see next week? There's about 7 different girl garage doors produced for Easter. What if we see one of them being accepted? Oh no. Oh no. So, I think we've gone ahead and showcased all the deployables. Now I want to go ahead and do a nice little comparison with the small box. Okay. To our left, priced at $2.49, we've got the Easter Chick basket design. Oh yes, it's looking very exquisite. And to our right, we've mentioned it several times already, the work crate. Work crate's been around for about a year now. Ever since it came out. It's had a pretty unique approach with its design. And people have been appreciating you. Now, if I were to just kind of like size them up, it does appear, due to the lack of handles, our brand new box happens to be a little bit smaller. Now, we have showcased this in the past, that it's fairly easy to hide in rocks. Basically, hide it in a rock, put a lock in it, nobody else is going to be able to damage it, nobody else is going to be able to access it. So if you need help with that, we'll have to go ahead and showcase that to you. But first of all, just want to point out, this definitely does not glow in the dark. It's not even that shiny or reflective. Of course, to just get the point across, boom. But does this glowing in the dark give it a disadvantage? Well, let's go start hiding these in rocks. Okay, I just want to point this out. In other environments and other biomes, I don't really know what types of rocks work for this, but I know these ones work perfectly fine. So obviously you can tell I'm in a snowy area. I'm like near the mountain, and I see these types of interesting environmental rocks just sticking out like so. So let me just go put this down. Say hello to the work crate. Give that a little boost. So as you might notice, it is quite shallow. Short, even. We'll go with that. And a lot of people realise you can just do this. Find a certain rock that... Look, there you go. You can tell it's going to happen, right? Because it's short, it's not easy to spot, is it? Now, technically, there's still some, like, little pieces sticking out, but because they're invisible... Oh. And you might just about notice it right there. Now, other people might be able to do so, but most people most likely won't. If you're constantly, like, sitting here trying to grab things, I'll go put this there. I'll run away. Yeah, they might try and interact with it as well, but all I've got to do is just... There you go. And then, boom, done. Now they can't do a thing. If they can actually manage to figure out it's there. So if I could just take this back. If I could just grab that. Take that away. Pick that back up. Oh, really? There you go. Right. Now the point is that it looks like you can do the exact same thing. You might have to find a bigger rock, or you have to be very, very careful with this, alright? So, I don't really want any of it to stick out. Boom. Alright, there's a little bit there. I probably could have done a better job with that. But the exact same thing. Let me see if I can heal it. So, do you see how awkward it is to try and heal it? Same thing if we're trying to damage it. You can't do it. So unfortunately... Oh, there you go. There you go. Now, I will sit here and say you can throw grenades, Molotovs nearby. It will destroy it that way then. Yes. But are you or anybody going to bother doing that? You get the idea, so... Yeah. It's a little bit awkward. And of course, there you go. Easy. So, yeah. If I just... run along... You're not going to easily see that, are you? So what are your thoughts in regards to that? Well, I'm looking at it. I do see a little bit of glow right there. Just a little bit of glow. If I did a much better job at hiding it, or found like a better rock, yeah. And I'm sure you're fully well aware, with the work crate, it wouldn't glow whatsoever. So, alright then. Is this all just not even, like, that important? Probably. But I thought I'd at least showcase that to you. Again, work crate was used by Will Jim, so it did get that boost as well. Let's go pick you back up. And yeah, that's just a nice little showcase of that. So if you've only just found out about this, feel free to comment below, and maybe you're more than happy to use that small box regardless, the glow-in-the-dark one. It's fine, it's just, again, do Easter skins actually have demand, blah 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 blah, you get the idea. So cool. How about we go ahead then and show off the brand new bunny costume. So what we have here is essentially the exact same thing as the horse costume and of course the chick costume. These are technically wooden leg skins. They're technically not, but they technically are. They still have the same stats as... You get the idea. Anyway, we've got a set of 3. So you've probably seen this by now, but yep, say hello to the white one. Say hello to the more colourful, somewhat wacky green one. And then over to here. Say hello to the somewhat shy looking purple one. If you're from the UK, do you remember those snacks? Those little crisp packs? What they called? Happy Snacks or something? They reminded me of them. I mean, that might be the inspiration. Don't forget Face Punch is in the UK. So, alright. Which one do you prefer? Well, it's random. You have no idea what you're going to get until you've worn it. So, alright, fair enough. But, yep, just to point out, this is like the 3rd version of this now. I have no idea if they have a good enough idea for next year. So, just to point out, we have seen chick, horse, and now bunny. I don't know, carrot people or something? Who knows? What about lambs? You could do lambs. Lambs, spring. Yeah, I guess you could get away with that. Egg things? Probably. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, they're all basically holding Easter eggs, and you're popping out of them. So, all right, cool. I have no complaints. It's fine. So, all right then. That'll be, what was that, like $10? Oh, well, as I said a little bit earlier, if you have not yet seen it, go back to the chapter where we discuss it. I'm under the impression these will go down in price. I'm just not sure if we're going to have a very similar situation like what we saw with the horse costume last year, because that did go down. But then it also recovered to a point. But then it kind of went back down. Anyway, nighttime look. They're not very shiny or reflective. To a point. They're supposed to be like plastic, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. And then, of course, they don't glow in the dark. At least as far as I'm aware. No, no glow. No glow. And a bit of, reflection there from the nearby lights. So, alright, cool. So, yeah. Are you impressed? Feel free to comment below. And then we pan over to here, and oh my, look at that. Oh, wow. So, again, we also talked about this. It's expected to still go down in price, but priced at about, what, $8? Oh, we have the Amethyst Rustigé egg. Now, for the past 2 previous years, we have seen a Rustigé egg. Wait, did we get white last year? I think we got it again. Anyway, we've recently seen the white Rustigé egg, and we've recently seen the cerulean blue Easter egg, Rustigé egg. White was $6.49, cerulean blue was $8. White went all the way down to about $2, cerulean blue went all the way down to about $2. Guess what's going to happen to this? Do not be surprised, it very likely will go all the way down to about $2. So, how are we going to approach this? Maybe a $2 barter, probably? Yeah, you get the idea. So, it looks nice, it looks shiny, it's quite pricey, but it's still expected to drop off. So, yeah. Nighttime look in total darkness. Say no more. Oh, doesn't glow in the dark. Yeah. What about with the lights on, though? So, light is literally just below it, as you will see. Ta-da! And yeah, that shines very, very nicely. So, all this does is it's just a decoration. It is literally just a decoration. It gives you comfort. Have you collected them all? Because the blue and the red one now are quite pricey. Blue one costs $86. Red one's like $34. Yeah, it's getting pretty ridiculous now. So, I've got to buy them. I've got to buy them. Collect them all. Right, anyway. Let me move my squishy pants and open it. It's Giant Excavator. Wow. So yeah, from the OST and showcasing the Giant Excavator monument, an exquisite design. Let's get up nice and close as it moves around like so. I'm just sitting there, just cool. So, other than that, what are your thoughts? Don't worry, we'll showcase the wallpapers in a bit. But I think now we should actually go ahead and showcase the clothing and the armour. First up, I'll be showcasing the reef and the poncho. So just to repeat, the reef is actually a burlap head wrap, and typically you don't see what's under the head wrap. So I guess to save, like, I don't know, resources, memory, whatever, it makes you bald. Well, when it's transparent, it still makes you bald. So I do have hair, but it's all flattened. And when you look at it real up close, it genuinely looks as if I've shaved. Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, look at the actual reef itself. Wow, what a lovely little crown. So, okay, that's cool. But we've seen very similar designs already like this, and they didn't work out, as we've already discussed a little bit earlier. So feel free to go back and listen in as I talk about that. We also happen to have this poncho. To be honest with you, I don't really expect much of it at first glance. But I must respect after what happened with the recent firecracker, one that we saw for Lunar New Year. Well, you never know. A lack of sales could easily turn around and lead it to becoming a very interesting investment. But it would most likely be a manipulation. By default, I don't really know what to say. But if we did see a sequel next year, if we saw more of this, like some burlap clothing to go with this poncho, And even this reef right over to here, make me a nice flowery burlap set or hide clothing. I mean, it'd be cool. I'd approve of it. I'd like it. But that's all we can really say. If we see more of it next year, well, I did kind of say that earlier, didn't I? We need to see sequels happen. If it doesn't happen, well... Anyway, nighttime look with the lights on nearby. Let's just pan around. Not too bad. So, what do you think? By default, I'd say I expect them to go down in price afterwards. That would be my by default stance. But as I said with the poncho and whatnot, you never know. So keep an eye on the sales. And again, if you like it, you go buy it. Treat yourself and support skin creators. And of course, with lights off, well, it appears none of it happens to glow. So, alright then, cool, fair enough. And I thought you'd also like the touch, where of course I put the wallpaper down. I thought you might like that. So, oh wow, look at that, yay, look at that. Lots of eggs and whatnot. But I'll showcase this properly a little bit later. I'm not convinced that wallpaper is going to be a-okay. And I'm very sorry to say, same thing in regards to both of these skins. I am very much under the impression they'll drop off as time goes on. However, I can't click with this one. Right, anyway, this set does look interesting. And yes, we will be going ahead and testing it out in the grassy areas in a second. It does have orange. It does have a little bit of purple. But what we have right here could be considered to be a nice budget green option for tier 2 armor. Let's get up nice and close. Rovs has done it again. Next year, he's going to be probably making like hoodie and pants or tier 3 for both of his sets. Hey, maybe he gets a Halloween or Christmas set accepted as well. We'll see. There is orange on the sides, but I don't think it's super visible from a distance away. Well, maybe I've already gone ahead and showcased these skins because, you know, Hedge does do the Rust Workshop skin checks. He's always looking at the workshop. Last week we showcased collection continuations, but just this past week, just a few days ago, I was looking at all the skins that had a lot of support. All the skins that were mentioned a lot by my very own server. Boom, this was mentioned a lot. I've already tested it. I was quite impressed. There's a reason why I'm positive. Hedge, you're normally not very happy. Well, I think you might be surprised when we showcase this in the grassy area in a second. First of all, though, can we get a good look at this at night time? With the lights on, of course. Not very reflective. Not super shiny. And of course, by default, I know you'd probably sit there and say, I'd rather prefer if it was just green. True. But we'll test it out in a second. And I remind you, it's $2 a piece. You might consider instead looking at like the Jade Dragon set we saw for Lunar New Year. Even the Fawn Love that we got back in Valentine's Hedge. Valentine's. Anyway, yep. Nighttime look in total darkness as well. Nope, wrong light. There you go. Boom. No glow. No worries. But will this make us happy? That is the question. So I thought, you know what? I should do something extra special right here, right now. Oh, there we are. Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and do that then. So as you might notice, I am wearing the Forest Raiders set with this. Yep, Forest Raiders hoodie pants, roadside gloves, and booties. Right. So it does stick out. Yeah, clearly. But if I was to run around with this in a grassy green area, would it actually be noticeable? Would the different colours that we can easily see up close be super easy to spot? Well, what do you reckon we have to go ahead and do? Behold, a broken down car. No. Let's see beyond the silliness of this and observe from quite a distance. Do the colours honestly stand out that much? Let's get closer. Well, of course we know. We just saw it up close a second ago. But that honestly wasn't that bad. And as Mr. Waldoonaald just sat there and said, he prefers it over the Fawned Love. Well, don't worry. You know, don't feel bad saying it if you think so. It's made by the same skin creator. He is in a very interesting spot for next year. Oh, yes, indeed. So let's pull back this way. Let's put it back. Yeah, I can see the colours on that. Does it really stand out that much? Like, comment below. Now's your chance to offer your opinion. Pull it back a bit more. I might hit a bush in a second. Uh-oh. Watch out. Ooh. But anyway. Do you see what I'm saying? From a distance... Oh, I'm in a bush. It doesn't look that bad. For $6 for that tier 2 set, that's pretty interesting. But let me also point this out. How much does Forest Raiders tier 2 cost? $102, $66, and $65. So, yeah, maybe it might be a nice consideration. Might spare you from spending over $200 in tier 2 armor. I mean, it's up to you. So some of you might sit there and say, Hedge, did you really have to go ahead and, wear Forest Raiders with it? Couldn't we go like a little bit cheaper? Oh, the eggs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hang on, come on. I should get like plus 10 egg pickup bonus. Just up like this. Oh, I heard an animal. Oh, that's a tiger. There's a tiger. There's a tiger eyes. Whoa. That wasn't an Easter egg. Whoa. No. I'm not for dinner. I might look like it. No. Oh, I was like, is it? No. Get in the eggs. Get that egg. Come on, pick it up. I've stare at it. Come on. I think I can do it. Come on. There we go. Yay. All right, let's go over there. Let's get that one. Stare at it. Am I looking at it? Yes. All right. So, yeah, what do you reckon, huh? What do you reckon about what you see there? Not too bad. Good for catching eggs. Let's got one over there. Come on. Run on the road. No more Easter eggs. What do you reckon? I reckon that's probably just as good as what we saw a little bit earlier. I did change spot, but it's still a grassy spot, isn't it? So, of course, I'm using flashbacks so the bands. I just whacked on some Sail roadside gloves. I just put on my frog boots. Honestly, I don't think you need to spend like a ridiculous amount for Forest Raiders. That tier 2 armor, honestly, isn't that bad. I have to give it some credit. It's not selling that much. It up close does look quite colourful. It doesn't seem to be doing that much of a... It's not being that much of a problem. It's not being that much of an issue. It kind of just disappears. So again, as I pull back away, just stare at the orange portion in the middle of my chest. Once we get to about here, it's not easily that noticeable. And like the sort of like creamy colour. So let's... Thank you, Monument. Thank you. It's going to go beep beep again in a second. But yeah, the creamy colour, I think that is of an egg. Yeah. It kind of just blends in with it. And as you'll see, it kind of goes and turns into a sort of like light green. It doesn't really negatively affect it. And I have to give it some credit. I think a lot of people appreciate that. But what's your opinion, all right? Even the Monument is confirming. Oh, whatever. So, yeah. I don't see any issue. I'm quite impressed. Initially, I was kind of dismissing it. But now, well, there you go. So, guess I'm a fan. If only, because I made that budget camouflage video like 2 months ago. Now this has appeared. Guess we'll have to make a special 2027 edition. I guess I could just update it, say what I'd switch out. That might not be too bad. Alright. Not too bad indeed. I mean, you can't see anything, but yeah. What about dusk? Lighting choice says, where's the sun? Let's go put you that way. There you go, yeah. I don't see anything sticking out. So we'll see what becomes of that. And now time for weapons and tools. What do I have right there? It's a very necessary tool. It's my lunch. Oh, yes. Now, I'm not sure why it's wrapped up in foil. I'm pretty sure we don't wrap them up in foil. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe it's a different type of hot cross bun. I don't know. But yeah, I've never seen a hot cross bun wrapped up in foil. Am I odd? UK people, tell me if I'm wrong. Anyway, so yeah, I like it. Got that nice sort of glaze that you might see in the top right there. Ooh, yes, look at the shine. Exquisite, yes, yes. But yeah, it's just basically a bun. With a few carrots in there and whatnot. Toast it, add a little bit of butter. Oh, okay, yeah. Exquisite. Anyway, night time look. Just want to showcase that it doesn't appear to glow in the dark. The cross on it has some pretty good night light. If I could just quickly go in third person, just want to confirm. I can't see that, so... Alright, not too bad, not too bad. So, okay then. Well, what do you think? It's a rock. I'm not really sure what to expect with it. We have seen quite a lot of interesting rocks over the past couple of years or so. There's a lot of like animal theme rocks, pet theme rocks, you get the idea. That's lunch. Or a snack. I'm not sure what to expect with this. But I also won't be surprised if we do see a lot more rocks this year, if you know what I'm saying. So, whilst this might look pretty appetizing and interesting right now, well, you never know, we might be seeing some more things like this. And I guess, like, you know, we've seen like some sort of candy rocks and cookie rocks in the past, like Christmas. They didn't work out very well, did they? No. So, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not really expecting much. But props to the skin creator. Let's see what he makes next year. Hot cross tools. Hot cross weapons. I mean, hey, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to say no. So let's just get up close here. Let's just pan around again. And yeah. Do you notice the weird lighting issue there? The wallpaper. Look, what? So yes. Right, anyway. So, yeah. Right, cool. And you've already seen it in the dark, so... What's your opinion? Are you hungry? Anyway, let's switch over and showcase the next skin. Because what we have here is the first ever... Where is it? Oh, there you go. Anyway, the first ever salvaged axe skin has appeared, but please remember, we have like 4 other rustors this month. There will be more salvaged axes. Now, question this. What collection would you like to see get a salvaged axe? Aside from No Mercy, which will get accepted, you know it will. But yes, yeah, I mean, I've got to hand it to Vase. That's a pretty creative, cool looking design. Now, it does look a bit like, what's the word to say? I don't want to say blocky, but you know, like 8-bit sort of games and whatnot. The resolution with the skin probably wasn't going to look superb, so they made it more like a game. But one strange thing I'm seeing here is it's not showing it off in third person. That's weird. Huh. Oh, 1 second. So that's clearly there, right? Yeah. And then if I go over to here real quickly, am I holding it in my hands? What the heck? What? What? I own it. I don't know. Something's gone weird there. I can't show it off in third person. You know what? Let's go jump on here. Let me place it here. Ah, there you go. That works. I mean, it would have been better if I could actually hold it in my hands, but what if I pick it up now? And if I stand here, will it work now? Let's go see. No. What? Okay, that's really, really weird. So, today's been a funny day. So observe the ever so nice looking approach and whatnot. The intended design, but I'm so sorry. For some strange reason, I can't hold it in my hands and show it off in third person. That has never happened before with another skin, and it did take a while for it to load in. That was also a bit odd. Maybe there's something weird with it. Maybe there's something where it needs to be patched tomorrow. Has that affected you? Have you run around with this skin and people couldn't see it because it wasn't there or something? All right, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens there. So, all right, cool. Does it glow in the dark or anything? I can't confirm. It appears it does not glow in the dark. Now, of course, I'd like to show you in third person, but this skin's not even applying in third person. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, all right, cool. So I will say this. At some point next year, it wouldn't surprise me if we see a salvaged ice pick to accompany it. And please be aware, brand new skinnable, first few skins will very likely sell a lot. As time goes on, as more and more and more options appear, suddenly the first few skins that appeared aren't so special anymore. And they typically go down in price pretty badly. Beds were the example that we talked about earlier. How many salvaged axes do you reckon we're going to see from here and now? What about like salvaged axe twitch drops and kick drops? That might be pretty sweet. But I doubt that'd happen. I mean, we did get that special stone pickaxe microphone. Do you remember that? That was pretty funny. But yeah, I have doubts we'd see like tools. But salvage tools as a pair in the future? Oh yeah, I'm fully expecting that. So, alright, cool. So we'll see what happens with that. But another attempt. And yeah, it's still not working. That's weird. That's really, really strange. I've never ever seen that happen before. Well, hopefully it's resolved because I guess I could still make a short video showcasing it appropriately. So, sorry about that. It's out of my control. Next up, what do we have right here on display? Oh, it's a very interesting, delicious looking jackhammer. This is the third jackhammer skin to be accepted this year, and I will reiterate, I said it earlier, the focused item of the month for April 2026 is the jackhammer. Oh, alright then. So we're going to see one next week? Probably. The silly thing is, and I said it earlier, but I'll say it again because I think people skip ahead. Only 2 jackhammer skins were submitted for Easter. I do believe all the skin creators found out afterwards that, you know, jackhammers were going to be the focused item of the month. But there's literally only one other design. And I'm not sure, like they have skipped a week before with like focused items of the month and Skinnables and whatnot. You get the idea, new Skinnables. We'll see, but I'm also expecting like regular collections to have like some interesting collection continuations being made. There you go. So looks like the salvaged axe is all by itself in regards to that weird issue we had just a second ago. And yes, I did showcase this in the recent Rust Workshop Skin Checks video. I showcased both the jackhammers because I had to point out that surely one of them will be accepted, and boom. Now, I also said, what is this? Technically it's a candle, but it's actually the wick I was talking about. Do you notice how it's got like transparency there? Well, guess what? Oh, it glows in the dark. Ah. Well, I'll sit here and say, from a distance, you don't really notice it. Not really. Not really. And I also point out, you're going to hear it anyway. Yeah, but I could see it from far away. I don't think you can. It's far too small. You can't see that, no. It basically disappears after just a good several feet, so... Okay. No need to be concerned, I'd guess. But, yeah. The one thing I'm concerned about is the fact that we could possibly see another 4 jackhammers being accepted this month. Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds a bit bad. Ooh. So, alright, cool. Lovely stuff. And now, let's go over to here. Showcase there once again. Looking nice and shiny. Ooh, yes. Juxtaposed look pretty. So yeah, keep an eye out. You might see an explosion jackhammer next week. We'll see if that happens. But after that, who knows what collections might reappear. Having a very interesting jackhammer potentially being served straight in front of you. Now as I pan over to here, did you realise it was a bunny? Ah. Initially I thought it was like a cat or something. No, it's a bunny with large teeth. Ha. So alright then. Looking pretty sweet. Not too bad. But what are your thoughts? Perfectly comment below. And of course I'll switch over to here now. Lights back on. What's this I have in my hands? Ah. No transparent aim sight with this Carrot SKS. But yeah, there is some transparency. You'll notice it in a second. But it's just basically an orange SKS. I mean no harm, or I bear no ill will towards the skin creator, Mr. Ted. It's just an orange SKS. Now, it's a shame that the hand, the arm, the forearm hides so much of the back portion there, because as you notice, he tried to make it look like the leafy part of the carrot, but I don't think anyone's going to ever spot that. Interesting usage of transparency, not going to be noticed. And who here likes carrots? Well, you might as well just give me a broccoli weapon. Anyway, yeah, no, I think it's fine. I think that's cool. Looks alright to me. But fairly straightforward. And we've had some pretty shiny, pretty interesting skins being accepted so far. And we've got kick drops on the horizon, Twitch drops on the horizon. As someone said on YouTube, oh yeah, Blue Gem SKS at some point in the near future. It wouldn't surprise me if that happens. It really wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, nighttime look and no glow in the dark. So it seems when you purchase this, it doesn't make your eyesight better. Anyway, cool. Let's now turn over to here. And let's give that a good look. Yep. And now let's strike a pose. It's orange. What were you expecting? Right. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I think I'll just stick with a Barda. If this was like the first to be accepted, okay, yeah, that probably would have sold a lot. But in about 2 months, this is like the 10th to be accepted. Do you realise the problem that's building up right now? I'm sure you do. So, alright, cool. Keep an eye out though, next year, maybe we'll see another sequel. What carrot weapon skin would you like to see being made next? Feel free to comment below. But of course, we do have one more weapon to showcase. So I did pick this up earlier. I was pointing out how this is technically a pay-to-win skin, and boom, there you go, done. There's your answer. Well, it looks silly. And silly clearly means it's worth $3.49, right? Anyway, as I've already said, we've had quite a lot of skins with this exact same amount of transparency. But, you know, it's fine. I have no issue with what I see here. I just, you know, pointing that out, there's other options, and they're, you know, considerably cheaper compared to $3.49. Yeah. Do you like it? Are you a fan? By all means, go ahead, buy it. I mean, no, you know, issue for Fuff. In fact, he made the Olympus AK-47, which is cheaper than this, and part of a collection, sort of. It's got the revolver, and that's it. He did try, though. He did try to make some more weapon skins and whatnot. Face Punch just didn't want them for some reason. They all look nice. But, hey, he got this accepted. It's just I don't think a lot of people are fully well aware of, like, how that looks. Also, you know, nighttime look. So let's just give that a good look. And, I mean, it's quite noticeable. Not too bad. I just heard the boat all the way over there in the distance. I could see the googly eyes. So, alright, cool. Shut up, boat. I'm showcasing skins. Alright, yeah. So, looking nice and shiny to a point. One thing I noticed is I didn't do a very good job reloading all the skins at night time and whatnot, so don't worry, we'll showcase that all together in a minute or two. So yeah, it's bright, it's colourful, it's pretty wacky, and it's also, technically speaking, pay to win. But, do you consider it pay to win? Do you think with its bright colours it might stand out just a little bit too much? Or, you know, is that the type of vibe you like? Colourful, interesting pattern, stand out? Well, now's your time to offer your opinion. And now it's my time to go over to here and just quickly showcase this. So let's give that a nice little reload. So over to here. Do I have any ammo? Uh-oh. That had to explain a lot. I was trying to do a reload, but I didn't have any ammo. I apologise. It's the first of the month, right? So looking pretty sweet. And of course, nighttime look as well. Yeah. So it does stand out quite nicely. Not insanely, though. And of course, back over to here. Showcase the SKS. So that had an interesting bright green approach. But at night time, well, first of all, just reload you. Aim down. Cool. And of course, night time. Does the green stand out? Not really. It's not super noticeable. Okay. Cool. And then, of course, back over to here. I mean, it's a jackhammer. Look at those teeth chattering. And nighttime. You can see the same thing. But it glows. So, alright. Sorry about that. I almost forgot. I forgot to switch to Rust. Oh, God. It's been a stupid day for me. Anyway, let's hop out of here now. Okay. I just want to point out, player count today was, well, quite surprising. We had over 195,000 people playing today. That was better than last year. So, I've been keeping an eye on things recently, the average player count did drop off pretty badly, like real badly, from 122,000 to 106,000. But hold on, before you start like skipping ahead, listen, this was expected. Look at last year, very strong player count, but it drops off. It's these 2 months where we tend to see the drop off. As I've already mentioned, we have the Easter dip. But after that, summertime, it recovers quite nicely. It's not as good as January and February, but still better. And of course, during the July, August time, that's where we're expecting prices to improve and potentially reach all-time brand new peak prices. So, all right, cool. So today, honestly, not too bad. And tomorrow or Saturday, it could be even better than that. So, all right, well, we'll see. I'll ask you, the viewer, did you enjoy yourself? Did you have a nice Easter force wipe? Did you get a lot of eggs? I was looking for eggs earlier. That didn't go very well. Yeah, in two different instances, it was either I found a tiger instead of an Easter egg, or I found a person who started shooting arrows at me. That wasn't fun. Anyway, keep track of the player count, but whilst the player count's high, we still can't fully figure out how much the items are being bought. That's why I'm still quite hesitant in regards to the Amethyst egg. If everybody's like, you know what, I've been burned out before with the previous 2 eggs, I'll just stick with a barter. Well, that could end up with a situation where hardly any of them were bought. Oh dear. So, how do we go about this? I don't know. So we'll see what happens next, but yeah, keep an eye out. In regards to the wallpapers, well, same thing. If everybody got burnt out with the previous Christmas ones and the Halloween ones, do you think we'll see that many people caring about the Easter ones? I think the floor paper looks nice at the very least, which we kind of got a good glimpse of. But how about we actually hop in game now and get a good look at all 3 of these brand new Easter themed wallpapers. Ta-da! So let's get up nice and close. We've already got a good glimpse of this wallpaper, and to be honest with you, that's it. That's basically it. Nighttime look. No glow in the dark. Is it easy to spot up close? No, not really. Ha! But don't worry, I'll walk around as well just to get that point across. But yeah, no glow. Just a very Easter themed set. And to be honest with you, I'm a little bit hesitant because of that. After seeing what happened with Christmas and with Halloween, you might be able to just get it for half the price. So, yeah, barter. Now, I do like the floor paper, but one thing I have noticed is that this keeps happening. Now, this happens with every single wallpaper, floor paper, yes, well, yeah. Only the floor papers, as far as I'm aware. You get like one that sticks out like that, but in this particular instance, I had 2 like this. I don't know how you fix it. I don't know how you prevent it. It just keeps happening. You just had to live with it. And if you're someone like me, that hurts me inside. But there's nothing you can do. Hopefully, Face Punch manages to fix it at some point. Or, you know, they just probably won't care. Oh, look, it's fixed now. Then I'll move over to here. And... oh, wait, what? Ah. Oh, I thought they heard me, but no. They showed me what could have been, and then they took it away from me. Thanks, Face Punch. So anyway, does it glow in the dark or anything? No. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't. So, okay. And over to here, we have the interesting wicker basket approach. I like this one. That looks cool. I'm just not sure if everyone's going to be a fan of it. Like, that's just supposed to be like a pattern sort of design. I wouldn't necessarily like... what? No, I thought that was like bad shade. No, it's this issue again, but on the wall. Oh, I didn't realise you could get it on the wall as well. What's going on? Look at that. Oh, dear. So let me just make it slightly darker. Oh, look at that now. So now that portion's darker than that. Ah, dear. Right, well. Awkward. Anyway, that also doesn't glow in the dark. Oh, yeah. What? If anybody has an answer for that, feel free to comment below. Well, that just made it look a whole lot more iffy. Anyway, here I stand. I'm just going to quickly walk up to these. And yeah, look at that. Ooh. So it's not just this specific wallpaper. It's pretty much every single wallpaper, floor paper. They can have these weird issues. I thought they were all going to be fixed, but Anyway, nighttime look here. Whilst I can see it, it's not glow in the dark. When you walk away a distance, you can't see it. Floor paper, up close, when I kneel down, I can see it, but it's not glowing in the dark. And over here, yeah. As I walk right up to it, whilst I can see it, that's just night light. From a distance, not visible. So, okay. It really wouldn't surprise me if all three end up going about to about half their price. Give it a few months' time. Yeah, so, well. Whatever you do, it's up to you. Which one's your favourite, though? Feel free to comment below. So, with a brand new update, I should sit here and say you've got to keep an eye on the commits now. If you want to remain being aware of all the potential brand new content, well, it's usually going to get mentioned here. So, basically, we found out about pretty much all the new content like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So, alright then, oh, cannon fuse burn. I guess that needs to be fixed or something. It's looking like it's just mostly fixes at the moment. Yeah. The new content on the horizon? Well, looking forward to it. Yep, Salvaged Axe is now in the Twitch drop render. Looking pretty sweet. So, yep. Bowless crossbow. How does that work? I guess we'll find out. So, is that something we're going to see being added potentially next month? Keep an eye out. See if it's going to be continued to be mentioned and talked about. Maybe it might, take another 2 months. We'll see. Bridges? Oh, okay. But anyway, keep an eye on it. You'll find out soon enough. Mortar. At some point, we'll see mortars. Ooh. Also, don't forget, keep an eye on Protox on Twitter. He'll keep you informed of all the potential brand new content that's coming to Rust. And what might we see for May 2026? Oh, might see the electric furnace becoming the next Skinnable. What? Yep. I know a lot of people have been begging for that for a while now. I like Playdate's nice suggestion. Barbie's Easy Bake Oven. That might be a fun idea for an electric furnace. But what would you like to see for a nice idea for an electric furnace? Feel free to comment below. And it's not just that. We did lightly touch upon this last week, but as you can see here from Protox again, so I'll link both these tweets in the description. Just scroll down, you can see it for yourself. It looks as if this proposed industrial DLC is going to be an electric furnace, a turret skin, and some shelf skins. So you know how we had that interesting bamboo set when the jungle update came out last year? Probably going to see something very similar, but industrial instead. So that means, do we get like the special little shelf that we could put on the walls? That'd be nice. That'd be nice. But this time, more industrial instead of like made out of twigs and whatnot. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. So yeah, I repeat, keep an eye on Protox on Twitter. He'll keep you informed of potential brand new content. Right, let's switch out of here again. Now, of course, with it being the Easter dip, we're still seeing prices down. But at some point around now, we should start to see some improvement. And one thing I did start to notice recently, let's just go to the front page. As you'll see, the whiteout hoodie and pants are right there. They're usual suspects for the front page. As we scroll down, oh, hang on a minute. It's pretty easy to notice that over the past few months, autumn fall seasonal dip, oh, that was bad. Post-Christmas, that was good. Oh, Easter dip, oh, that's bad. It looks like we've kind of, returned to where we were. This is still high though, but yeah, kind of returned to where we were. But if you actually look at it, if you actually look and see, that doesn't look like it's constantly trending downwards now. It looks like it's starting to stagnate. What does that mean? It's looking like it's stopping going down now. So it was going, but now it's going flat. And then soon it'll go up. Oh. So keep an eye on this. We also have the whiteout pants as well, as you can see. $10.50. I scroll down. Well, if I had to go ahead and show like the full year, there you go. So last year, around March time, we saw it slowly start to pick up, which is pretty interesting. That's because last year, Easter dip started around February time. The post-Christmas was so good this year, probably due to the fact that we had the naval update in February. Easter dip didn't really start until around March. So, okay, understood. So as you'll notice right here, quite literally, that's where the dropping starts. But it doesn't look like it's still going down anymore. So I'm very much under the impression now that we're starting to see prices improve. You've got to get a move on. If you truly wanted to pick up like a very valuable set, whether it was a camouflage set, maybe it was just a pretty cool, like weapon or skin. Yeah, weapon skin, sorry. It's late. It's 5 in the morning. Oh! Then yeah, you probably want to start considering potentially buying them now. Because from here and now, they'll likely start going up in price. So I'm considering making a video talking about this. Because I do have to address that last year, during June, for some strange reason in 2025, we had a dip. And I never fully figured out why that happened. So we'll see, alright? But I can't guarantee there won't be another dip in June. But we did see quite a nice, interesting price rise just before that, didn't we? So, okay, cool. Start looking around. And if anything, I would recommend you go back to Christmas and look at the Christmas skins again. They have gone down. Not the pay-to-win ones, though. But these, oh yeah, they went down. But from here on now, it is expected all of them are going to slowly start to pick up every week, every month, little by little, bit by bit, until suddenly they're back up to their Rust prices in November and December time, and potentially even rising up even further beyond, okay? All of these are expected to rebound and go up in price. It'll vary how successful each one is, but it's to be expected. And it's not just this week, it's also that week. It's even previous Christmas skins from previous Christmas Rust stores. So there's 2025. I'm on SCMM. Little time notch to skip years is right there. Let's go to 2023. Yeah, let's go look at these ones. So, okay, maybe not Legacy Kevlar, but the Santa's coat, gingerbread bear rug, fridge. I mean, look at them all. They're cheaper than what they were just a couple months ago. Start making considerations if you got the funds. So, okay, cool. So, don't need to say any more than that, Hedge. Point made. But I can confirm to you now, it is almost 12 hours since the Rust rotated. Almost. In fact, if I go over to this side, yeah. Are we more up to date here? Yeah, I think we are a little bit more up to date here. I've been awake for a long time. So, yeah, but it was my birthday. Rolling into my birthday, yeah, I had a lot of people turn up. I had a lot of people subscribe to me and give me support and whatnot. Thank you so much. Obviously, you might have seen the short video which I posted, so boom. Oh, what's that? I was clicking that. Someone was telling me, Hedge, put your Twitch link there. All right, fine, I'll do it. But yeah, there you go, I posted it there. Thank you very much to all the people that sent messages as well. Thank you so much. Thank you all. And I think we probably want to go ahead and wrap up the video now. So, let's proceed to do that. I can't tell, as I get older, am I becoming more wise or am I just becoming more senile? I'm too young to worry about this anyway. So, that's it. That's a wrap. That's Easter week 1. Next week is expected to be like, well, for a lack of a better term, pretty dire. Usually the second Easter Rust store gets hardly any interest. Just go look at last year's one. Go see for yourself. The top selling skin was like 8,000 subscribers. So, yeah, that's to be expected. But hey, there could be some interesting skins being accepted. You never know. With all due respect, the tier 2 armor today, I think that was a pretty interesting thing to figure out. But there are some other interesting skins out there. Other potential collection continuations. I did say earlier I was quite surprised to see not a single bed. We could have had the first ever Easter-themed bed being accepted today. But it didn't happen. I'm noticing with the fire on at night time with this, it's just too bright. It doesn't really reflect that much, does it? No. No, so you don't really see that much of an effect with the torches nearby. Yeah, well, it is what it is. But, yeah, that's it. That's pretty much a wrap. Who knows what we could actually see next week. But, of course, I certainly am hoping for collection continuations. Do consider watching the recent bingo video for Easter. We did look at some other very interesting skins. Again, I will point it out. There was a certain hoodie and pants there. Oh, if you know, you know. Is that wishful thinking, though? Who's the senile one now? Haha. I mean, we'll see. If that happens next week, that's going to get like 50,000 subscribers. But you know what I'm talking about? Oh, feel free to comment below so the people who don't know can find out. All right. Cool. That's it. That's a wrap. Thank you once again for watching the video. Thank you very much for the well wishes for my birthday. Hope you all have a good one. Have a lovely weekend. And if you're in the UK, enjoy Good Friday. And of course, to everyone out there who cares, have a lovely Easter. Catch you later. Soon goodbye. I could never do the hat right. Look, there you go. Okay, 15 seconds to go. I'd just like to sit here and say thank you very much to everyone who's watching. I actually got a lot of gifted subs on Twitch today, so thank you very much. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm old. Oh. Right. Time to eat my cake. Thank you very much. All right. Got myself Jamaican ginger cake. Oh, they are the absolute best. I'm going to take a big bite. All right. Oh, here we go. Let's check. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to choke that. Thank you once again to all the people who turned up. Thank you very much for everyone who watched. Thank you very much for all the support. Oh, I want to eat all of this now.